Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am your host, Matthew Shadorn, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host who puts the Christ back in Christ. This bitch again, Anna Domini, everybody.
I think that's what everyone thinks when they listen, to be fair. So, also, in my yearbook, it was well known when I was at university that I had not had relations in the biblical sense until I was about to leave. But I used to drink a lot. And so in my yearbook, someone you put the lash in chastity. And we were like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Chastity?
Chastity.
So that was almost as tenuous, I'd say.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, how are you doing this fine Christmas?
This fine festive time.
You boy there. What day is today?
What day is this? Currently, it's not actually Christmas Day. It's the 20th of December, which is like the bleak midwinter, really.
Much.
Oh, sorry, our secrets.
Oh,
you say don't give away our secrets, but I mean, that's an impressive level of organisation from us. Usually it's like the day before, right? So so at the moment, I'm excited for Christmas. I'm actually going to be spending Boxing Day with my very large family, so that will be nice.
Yeah.
I've accidentally already opened one of my presents from Danny, so there's slightly less excitement than there might have been. Basically, we'd both ordered loads of stuff online, and my parcels arrived, and I didn't read the label on the front of the parcel
immediately,
and so I opened it, and it's a Christmas jumper from Danny that says, it's got a picture of a sheep on it, and it says Fleece Navidad, because his sense of humor is the same as mine.
It's pretty something.
It is pretty something. It's excellent is what it is.
But is it miraculous? Saintly?
No, you haven't asked me if anything miraculous
has
happened
yet. So then have you experienced anything? Have you done anything saintly or experienced anything miraculous lately?
Oh gosh, yeah, actually, talking of
this
Christmas
season of
jumpers,
miracles.
Yeah.
What?
I haven't seen a Christmas miracle, I don't think.
No.
But actually, I had a nice moment, which was that I gave Christmas cards to my neighbours, whose name I don't know. I just put dear family at number whatever, happy Christmas.
Resident.
And I got some back. So that was
current occupant.
Yeah. P.S. Keep the noise down. I don't think it was saintly, but I think it was a kind of a nice sense of community that came from that. So that was like a good little festive moment, I suppose.
That's nice.
Also, I bought everyone, apart from a couple of people, I bought most of my Christmas presents from Oxfam this year. And there's an option to add a donation when you buy the gifts. So I did that, which not everyone does because it's optional. So I'd say that was pretty saintly because it was optional. I think saintly and optional are synonyms, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
I guess if you're doing something optionally good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was optional to kick that guy in the ribs, and so I took it.
I mean, if he was having a seizure where he saw Christ and...
That's not what was happening, and you know it. Well, that's good. That's nice. You were, giving people gifts that you were not... adding on to. I didn't buy anything used. I just bought a bunch of new stuff for people.
Oh, well, la-di-da. Look how fancy you are.
Because I really care about people.
Well, I care about overconsumption and our burning planet, Matthew.
Well, I wasn't like, here's a present with some bonus bed bugs in it. Like, that's not...
Anyway, what about you? If you think that's so unimpressive, what have you got? Huh?
I experienced a miracle. I had a miraculously nice Saturday this week.
Your bar is so low.
You know what?
You know what? I didn't contemplate hurting myself this weekend, so I'm calling that a win.
Well, it was not an option to not happen. But the thing is that Alice took Tavish to London for the evening to go visit her sister.
Yeah.
And so it was the first night I'd ever had away from Tavish.
Oh, wow.
Basically since he was born. Except for there were a couple days the first week where he had to go back into the hospital for jaundice, and I couldn't go with him.
But that wasn't a nice time because you were
that
worried
was not
about
a pleasant
him.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was very nice. I got up really early, and I met our researcher Kat for a coffee and gave her Christmas present. And
well, thanks for inviting me.
Did you want to get up at 9 a.m. and stand outside the...
But I would like to have been asked.
Anyway, we had a coffee and I gave her a Christmas present, which she later sent me a message and said she very much enjoyed. So I'm glad that, or she was lying and she's used the receipt that I left in there and is very much enjoying the store credit that she has now.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, she does a great job, so
Yeah.
she should be remunerated in whatever way she sees most fit.
The thing is if she returned her present, then you can't return your presents because I bought them all at the same time, so they're all in the same receipt.
I see. Okay.
So,
well, it makes sense.
Your
then,
presents are
you
non-returnable.
prefer her. That's why you gave her hers first, so she has the option, but I don't.
What? No, I just didn't. I feel like I know you a bit better.
Oh, I see. Nice way of
So-
turning it round there.
I can force you to keep presents.
Oh my god. You do know where I live. So
Yeah,
that
exactly.
that is ominous.
I've never been to her house, so it's
Yeah.
like if she gets rid of that book, I'll never know. But I'll
Yeah.
be at your house all the time. So
Yeah, although to be fair, last time you were at my house you couldn't see any books, which is bollocks because I have a lot of books. So
yeah, and that's why what I got you for Christmas is more books because I
Loads
know
of
you
books.
love books. Anyways, so
wow, you do know me. That's so touching.
So yeah, I met up with her, and then I went and had a nice breakfast of huevos rancheros and a Bloody Mary, and I went to a movie.
Did Kat have a Bloody Mary too, or were you drinking on your own in the morning?
I was drinking on my own in the morning, yeah.
Okay, thanks
I was
for
like,
clarifying.
huevos rancheros for one, por favor. And,
It's a
and,
fiesta!
yeah, Bloody Mary, please. And yeah, so whatever. I can do whatever I want. Fucking adult.
Also, you know, it's good to commemorate the Virgin Mary in drink form this close to
Indeed.
Christmas.
Not sure that's what I don't know.
No, I think it's like Mary Queen of Scots, but
Oh, there
but
you
if
go.
you think
Every
about it,
present.
if she's known for giving birth, Mary definitely would have been bloody at some point. Because
Yes, but the Mary Queen of Scots had her head cut off.
Well, yeah,
which is
but you know,
a decidedly more bloody process.
mildly
probably.
more painful than birth, maybe.
Actually, probably much less painful than birth.
But well, there you go then. So
Yeah.
my objection stands.
So, anyways, I went to a movie at
What was the
11:15. The Menu, which is
What's
very
that?
good. It's like a dark comedy or a funny horror movie. So it's a-
Depending on which way you look at it.
and then I went home and took a nap. And when I woke up, I went to a second movie, and
Wow.
and then
You have
yeah.
lived a life.
yeah, bought a pizza on the way home, and yeah, and then that was it. That
Well,
was a
it
fun day.
sounds like you treated your body very well.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
you ate well. So that's
yeah.
good.
I had a
Lots
box of
delicious...
popcorn at the first movie,
Ah.
beer at the second movie.
and you know, you travelled to lots of places in your culinary exploits, so that's good.
Yeah, but it was nice to have a day off,
Yeah.
basically, where I didn't have to deal with Tavish even a little bit.
Well, it's good to have some time on your own sometimes and enjoy your own company, even if you have to
Yeah.
get drunk to tolerate yourself.
I didn't get dry. I had a Bloody Mary.
And a beer.
Well, that was like 7 hours later.
Oh, I see.
So-
Okay, fair enough. By the way, can I just say your beard is looking very festive today. You're giving
it?
me, you're serving Father Christmas vibes.
That's hurtful.
But
meant to
it's
shave today.
appropriately seasonal.
I should have gotten a haircut before Christmas too, because people like to take photos on Christmas, and I look like shit. So
Well, I plan to
anyway.
at least wash before Christmas. You'll be pleased to hear.
Big goals. I'm gonna get you an advent calendar with soap in it next year.
Wow.
Anna.
I mean, I'll take it. That means I get a bonus present because you get the advent calendar at Advent, and then I'll get a Christmas present at Christmas, right? Right?
No, you get one present.
Ugh.
I got you two presents this year, but
Oh.
just one present. I'll give you a hint. There are two books that I've mentioned previously on the podcast
Oh.
that I've told you should read, and I
Okay.
have no faith in you taking it on your own initiative, so I just bought them for you.
Well, thank you. That's
Yeah,
fair
you're
enough
welcome.
because I have so many books that I'm trying not to buy
Do
any
you,
new
though?
books. No, I was just saying that to impress you.
Anna,
Yes.
today is December 25th,
It is.
2022,
Ho-
Christmas
ho,
Day.
ho.
Who is today's saint?
So, today's saint, we are looking ahead to tomorrow, Boxing Day, which is traditionally known as St. Stephen's Day. So,
I don't even know that it traditionally is Boxing Day. This is a very
Oh.
British thing.
you Americans with your lack of history.
Sorry. Lack of history, whatever. Anna,
Your country is like 300 years old.
why don't you just quickly run down the history of Boxing Day, since you're such a noted scholar of British history?
Well, I will tell you, but that comes later, actually.
You can silently hear the clicking of her keyboard as she types Boxing Day into Wikipedia.
No, it's that's in the. Excuse me. We have a whole section on how
All right,
Stephen
all right,
is
all right.
celebrated.
So Saint Stephen.
He's not the patron saint of jumping the gun, Matthew. Okay, so just calm down.
All right, fine. So what's his deal then?
What's his
what's
deal?
up with Saint Stephen?
So, well, spoiler
Is it
alert.
Stephen with a V or Stephen with a PH?
Well, I mean, in the Greek, it would have been the letter phi, I guess, which, because there wasn't a letter V, and Phi is like PH. So yeah, it's with a PH.
Okay.
And he was the first Christian martyr ever.
What?
Yeah.
The OG Christian martyr.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
that's
apart
why
from
he got
Jesus,
his saint day right next
say.
to Christmas.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Christmas.
You got Jesus, and then you got first martyr.
First martyr.
Maybe that's the order of how they're chosen, the saints' days. No, it's when they die.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Isn't it crazy, though, that, you know, because of the whole Herod thing, Jesus' death day could have been Boxing Day, if you think about it.
Wait, what?
Well, because Herod wanted to kill Jesus.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Bible?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I was confused for a second.
I was trying to make a quip, but it relied on you knowing anything at all about our subject matter.
It seems like
that was my fault. I'm sorry.
If he was killed on the day he was born, probably not as much religion built around him. But
probably not. Well, I don't know. We've studied some saints who were killed very young.
Yes, but usually they were more than a day old.
Yeah, but if you were born of a virgin, you've already
Right.
achieved quite a lot by the time you're a day old.
Right. I don't know what we're trying to get at here. Anyway. So when was Stephen around?
So, well, as the first martyr, he was around from approximately 5 AD to 33 AD, which, for the beady-eyed among you, is traditionally also the year that Jesus died.
Yeah.
Although, actually, he was probably, I think he was supposedly born, Jesus was supposedly born in something like 9 BC or something.
Yeah, it's something weird.
Because he's also a time traveller. So, yeah, but I think traditionally it's the same year as Jesus' death, which makes sense.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it took a few years for the word to get around. Like, oh, the Christ. Oh shit, we got to restart this calendar. Shit. Oh.
Yeah.
How long's he been hanging around? Wait, 7? Oh my god.
No, because it wouldn't have been 0 when he was born, like, or even when he was 5. Like the AD thing came in a lot later.
No, I know. Wait, is there a year 0 in the AD?
Yeah.
Is it just 1 BC and then 1 AD?
Oh.
Or is there a year 0?
Good question.
I don't think there's a year 0.
Well, so the way that things work is like when you're 1, you're not 1 until your first birthday, right?
Right.
So the first year of your life is actually do you see what I'm saying? The 0 year. So
okay.
Then, so technically, 1 AD surely would have started a year after Jesus' birthday, if it was logical.
I suppose so. Okay. This isn't necessary. Okay,
I'm just being scientific here.
Yeah. Okay. So, born 5 AD, died 33 AD, so he wasn't very long after Jesus died.
Yes. Because obviously if he had been that long after Jesus died, he wouldn't have been the first martyr. He would have been later down the line. Less special.
I like to think every martyr's special in their own way. But, I mean, it could have been like that Christianity had a good run for the first couple of decades. And she's like,
oh, how naive. My sweet summer child. No, in fact, this guy, he wasn't even killed at the hands of the Romans, as we will find out.
What?
Yeah. They didn't even get a chance to get their hands on him. So, yeah, I mean, traditionally, Christianity is seen as, like, born out of persecution, and all the sort of, like, attempts to establish orthodoxy came from trying to identify and give people something to believe in against a backdrop of, like, you know, how awful it would have been to have believed in it, I suppose.
Right.
Merry Christmas!
It all worked out in the end because it is Christmas, right?
Well, it all worked out in the end because, you know, a lot of people with a lot of power these days are Christians, I suppose. But I don't think that's what Jesus wanted. Anyway.
Who's to say?
Not the point here.
Mm-hmm.
So the only information we have about Stephen's actual life comes from the Acts of the Apostles in the New Testament, which is in the order that they're in the Bible. It's the first book after the Gospels, and it's like a sequel to the Gospel of Luke, and it's believed that the guy who wrote Acts was also the guy who wrote Luke, but he wasn't necessarily called Luke.
Right.
And I can tell that was going to be your next question.
Okay, it was. So Acts of the Apostles is like a spin-off.
Yeah.
From the Gospel. So it's a Gospel about Jesus.
It's in the St. Luke's Gospel universe.
Yeah, the extended universe of, right. This is where You find all kinds of stuff about the apostles, different saints, the bounty hunters. Find out about everybody at Mos Eisley Cantina, like all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
It's fun. It's a whole.
Yeah. And you recognize the characters, and it's a lot of fun.
You're reading the Bible, and you're like, who are these background characters? They all seem to have such a rich life of their own. And then you're like, oh, actually, the apostles. That's fun.
Yeah, like we did St. Andrew a few weeks ago. He was probably in there as well.
That's all the canonical stuff. It's not the Gnostic garbage that they try to sell you. Anyways,
you're getting the real premium OG shit here.
This is canon, folks. Okay, so in the Acts of the Apostles, we find out about Stephen. Was he one of the original 12 apostles?
No.
Oh.
Well,
or 12 disciples, rather?
No, he was not one of the 12. Let me tell you a tale of how he became a disciple. So, disciple just refers to anyone who followed Jesus, like an early Christian, right?
Right.
So then it was the 12 who were the 12 special ones who are named in the Gospels.
Right.
Although I guess it would have actually been 11 at this point because Judas killed himself.
Isn't he really the first martyr when you think about it?
Well, I guess people would probably say that Judas wasn't a martyr because he was just pursuing his own greed and stuff.
Right.
Although there is a school of theological thought that believes Judas was a saint because Jesus wouldn't have been able to rise again if he hadn't died.
See?
So, yeah.
Think about it. He was just fulfilling God's plan.
Jesus was real shitty to make Judas feel bad about himself.
Yeah. Anyway.
And that's
he didn't
why
want to do it.
At this podcast, we say we're better than Jesus.
What? Okay.
We say that all the time.
I don't remember saying that, but all right, whatever you want to say.
You definitely think that of yourself, to be fair.
I mean, I'm older than Jesus, so...
You've won.
Yeah, I was like, who's winning now, right?
So, according to Acts chapter 6, while the 12 were preaching the word of God in the early church at Jerusalem, a group of Hellenists complained that their widows were being neglected in the daily distribution of food. Now, I think this is a group of Hellenists.
Or they're fans of ladies named Helen.
I
love Helens. Whatever Helen you got. Helen Mirren, love her. So great. Helena Bonham Carter, great.
I mean, even though she's a Helena.
Wow, it's same difference.
I think Hellenists were just Greek-speaking Jews.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And at the time, all the Christians were Jews as well, because like Christianity, was still being born, I guess, at this point.
Right. At this point, they were all just like, this is just the logical extension of the Jewish religion.
Yeah.
And then eventually people were like, you can't be Jews anymore. You got to be your own thing.
Got to be in your own club. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know that much about the history of that, so
okay.
Don't quiz me too closely there. Unlike Boxing Day, which I will
so you say.
Tell you a lot about. Basically, it wasn't Hellenists complaining about their widows, because obviously if they had widows, they would be dead themselves. They were saying that the widows in their community were being neglected in the distribution of food. So I think, like, as part of their evangelism, the 12 were like giving out food.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the apostles are trying to win people over with free food, I guess.
Right.
Some Hellenists are like, what about these widows, huh?
They were like, not enough free food. We demand more free food.
Yeah, what do we want? Free food. When do we want it? Yesterday.
Yeah. Who do we want it for? These widows. Were the apostles were they neglecting the widows? Where they were like, oh no, gross widows? Or
I think they'd just been overlooked, basically, because there were so many people. There was just a lot of demand. And obviously widows are easy to overlook because they don't have men to validate their identity.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that it? Like, are they just so sad they're not leaving the house?
Well, yeah, I think, no, but I think, like, widows would have had, like, a lower social standing by virtue of not having a male live owner anymore.
I don't feel like there's not a non-shitty way to put this. This seems like any excuse for this seems bad.
I mean, marking people out because they're widows is probably never going to be a non-problematic thing, I guess.
But it seems like a weird group.
Well, you say that, but like I'm sure there are, support groups, peer support groups of people who have lost.
Right. I think a self-identifying group of widows. I guess they are like, maybe they're advocating for themselves as a group, right? Yeah. And they're working together. Like they've got a support group. Part of that support network was getting some of that food. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Hellenists were advocating to the apostles.
Yes. The apostles replied that it was not right for them to, quote, neglect the word of God in order to wait at tables.
You want me to give up my day job to be a waiter? No, thank you.
busy preaching here.
I got into the apostle business so I could quit being a waiter. Okay,
Yeah.
I was just doing that for a while
this
to get
is
myself
like
through apostle
classic
school.
because of nepotism babies in the evangelical circle. If you don't have independent wealth and you want to be an apostle, you have to have a second job.
That's true. Until you get that big break as an apostle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I've been doing some off-Broadway apostling, but it's like it's not really paying the bills, so I got to be a waiter during the day, you know.
Well, it's like when you ask a waiter what they really do. And
Right.
they're either an actor
Do you
or
do
a
that?
comedian.
That seems mean.
No, one. As in, you in the stereotypical world.
It's like, you're a waiter, but what do you really do? Because this couldn't be your real job. Because
Well,
you're not very good at this.
yeah, it's like dressing for the job you want, I guess. And
I
these
suppose so.
disciples were not dressed as waiters, was the
Okay,
point.
so they don't want to... Yeah, okay.
What they did, rather than just brushing them off, they suggested that the Hellenists could elect 7 men from amongst themselves to act as deacons and serve the people, so that the 12 could focus on prayer and preaching. So-
Delegation. That's what Christianity's all about.
Exactly. So it's like, make your own free food club, assholes.
Right.
I guess is what happened.
They're like, hey, why don't 7 of you get together and deal with this bullshit? Because I'm trying to spread the word of God.
Well, I mean, I think they wanted them to be part of the church. So they were like, yeah, you can give out free food as long as it's, still for our cause.
Right, yeah.
The Hellenists chose 7 people,
Uh-huh.
including Stephen, who was described as a man full of faith and the Holy Spirit.
Woo. Young, dumb, and full of
Oh,
spirit.
no.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was quite young. He's like 27.
Well, he died at 27, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Good point. So a very, very holy dude. Good qualifications, I think, for being one of the deacons. And the apostles prayed and laid their hands on them.
Okay. Because the process wasn't really in place yet. It's just like, okay, so you're the deacons.
There you go.
Was there like a ceremony or something? Or, Pat. You're a deacon now. Just give
Yeah,
you a
pretty
little,
much.
hey, tussle your hair a little bit. Nope, now you're ready to go serve the Lord.
Very good.
We should really formalize this stuff. We should write it down, right? Yeah. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay.
What do you think? I am just got loads of spare time that I can just write a load of things down and wait at tables? I'm an artist, not a bureaucrat.
Hey, we're going to need 7 of you to write stuff down for us too, okay? Anybody who wants their hair tousled, now you're a scribe. I mean, this is kind of like when you're a vegetarian, you end up going to a lot of restaurants run by cults.
Really?
And that's what this feels like. Yeah.
What are you sure that's because you're a vegetarian and not because you're just, a very gullible, vulnerable person?
What? Free food? All right, well, I'll go. No, it's like for some reason there's a number of vegetarian restaurants in America that are usually pretty good that you go in there and you're like, oh, this is a cult. This is a cult.
Is that because you have to basically be on the fringes of society, not to like be a red-blooded, meat is masculine type person?
Yeah, I think it's a low protein diet makes you susceptible to cults. So it really the vegetarian lifestyle and the cult lifestyle kind of mesh really well right there.
I see.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
so you're one of those nutrient deficient vegetarians.
Ooh, this one's body and mind look weak.
You won't put up a fight.
So here's the tip about the cult restaurants: is never use the bathroom, because when you go in there, you will just get a bag over your head and
Oh wow,
you're gone. You're disappeared.
Well, I was about to say you're clearly a very strong-willed person that you didn't join a cult, but clearly you're strong-bladdered and you never went to the toilets.
Okay, so they get these guys to serve food, and one of them's Stephen, and Stephen's really a pious young man.
A pious
who
young
believes in his
waiter,
mission.
I guess.
Yeah.
So he soon began to perform wonders and signs of the Lord. I don't have any more specific.
Speaking of wonders, there's a really great movie on Netflix called The Wonder.
Wonder. Is it good?
The Wonder, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, really good. It's about a nurse who goes to Ireland to kind of like attest to a miracle in like the 19th century. And so she's observing a girl who supposedly hasn't eaten in 4 months. It's very much in the vein of this podcast. If you enjoy this podcast and our morality, you'll probably enjoy this. So.
Okay. Our morality.
Yes.
Of such as it is. Yeah.
You'd like it. I think our listeners would like it. So
okay.
I recommend The Wonder, starring Florence Pugh. Pew pew.
Oxford born and raised.
Yeah, Oxford's own.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she wins an Oscar, they're going to rename Florence Park Florence Pugh Park.
Why not just Pew Park?
No, Florence Pugh, because then people will still think of it as, you could just throw a pew in the middle, slip a pew in. Pew, pew.
Right. Would they actually install a bench?
I think they put a statue up
like
there.
a Florence
right?
Pugh, like P-E-W.
Oh, Florence Pugh. I get it. That's pretty good.
Oh, it's so... I mean, great that she's in a religious film and that's her surname. Like,
That works.
very appropriate.
Anyways.
No, unfortunately, in the Bible, it says, Stephen, a man full of God's grace and power, performed great wonders and signs among the people.
Like doves.
Maybe. Speaking in tongues, probably.
Linking rings. Ooh.
Well, you know, he was a waiter, right? So maybe he could just carry like 20 plates at once and people are like, this is wonderful.
That's an amazing one. He does that thing where when you order, he doesn't write any of it down.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing. If I'm at a restaurant and the waiter doesn't write it down, like, I don't care how good your memory is. Like, I didn't come here for like a mentalist act. Write it down. Just write it the fuck down. Nobody's impressed. Just write it down.
I'm glad I don't work in the service industry and I've never had to deal with you. You sound like a nightmare.
I would never say it, but every time I'm just like, fucking don't.
Thinking it, you're shooting daggers out of your eyes.
I'm like, just stop trying to impress me, man. Just like write it down. What, you think you're better than me? Waiter? That's not.
I mean, the waiter has a job, Matthew.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes me sound awful. Excuse me, servant. Can you please write down my order?
Right. Okay.
No, I don't. I would never.
I bet you don't tip either.
So actually, it breaks my brain to not have to tip in the UK.
Yeah, I mean, you still should. Just because our minimum wage is more generous over here.
But there's like a service charge added.
Oh, I see. So it's you do tip, but it's just the automatic one. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, just like if they're putting in an automatic tip, I'm like, then I don't have to put any money down.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like when I first moved here, I'd be like, well, I'm just gonna put a little money here, just in case. I don't know. I'm so used to like
people
tipping
would
and
run
stuff.
out after you, like, sir, you forgot
Sir,
your money. Anywho, according to Acts, he began to make enemies among the synagogue of freedmen.
Okay.
Who were
Just a family named Friedman. The Friedman and Son Synagogue.
Oh my goodness. Maybe.
So he runs afoul of the local synagogue then.
Basically.
It's a bit of a trick to get in an argument with a whole synagogue.
Well, that was one of the wonders.
Like, it's one thing to, like I got in an argument with a couple guys at the synagogue, and maybe the rabbi, but, like, the whole synagogue is fighting you now.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, like, I guess this was the thing that Jesus encountered as well, where it was like, he was trying to reform, but people didn't like his ideas, and so this was just a kind of continuation of that. Yeah. So apparently, according to the Book of Acts, synagogue members could not withstand the wisdom and spirit with which he spoke.
You just can't handle my truth bombs.
Which makes it sound like he was just really patronizing. Yeah. Like, you're just not ready to hear this.
Hey, when you're ready, you come find me, okay? Because I don't need to open up your heart, man.
So they began to plot to get rid of him.
As Jews do.
Oh my goodness.
No. Oh,
where did that come from?
I don't know why that was. I'm looking at my notes here. I don't see why that was on there.
Wow.
Sorry.
I mean, I should have said at the beginning, certain scholarly interpretations have said that this whole account possibly reflects the anti-Semitism of the author of Acts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just...
I was going to say, it sounds anti-Semitic. That was the joke I was making.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah. I thought that was clear. Yeah. No, I was like, this sounds anti-Semitic. It's just like, well, you know how Jews are with the plotting and all.
Yeah. I mean, you correctly identified that, but the way you expressed it
Fine,
was possibly too open to
misinterpretation. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Anyways.
So
people just can't handle my truth bombs.
Oh my goodness, you're just like Stephen. They secretly began to instigate accusations of blasphemy against Stephen, claiming that he had been heard saying blasphemous things about Moses and God, stirring up hatred of him among the people, elders, and scribes.
They just started gossiping about him. They're just like, he's been blaspheming. What did he say? Oh, you don't even want to hear it.
He hates God. He hates God.
You know who he talked bad about? Who? Moses. No, but I love that guy. I know. Whatever. I know. Well, that Stephen's just no good, Nick.
Indeed. That's the subtext here, I think.
Yeah.
So eventually he was brought to the Sanhedrin, which is the same council of Jewish elders who originally had Jesus on trial before they took him to the Romans.
Right.
It's not looking good for him so far. When he was at the Sanhedrin before the council, who had false witnesses testifying against him, claiming...
But they shouldn't bear false witness. That's one of those 10 Commandments we're supposed to not do.
That's true. In fact, so therefore they're the ones blaspheming, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So Stephen's enemies, I guess, from the synagogue,
Right.
managed to find people to bear false witness against him, and they claimed this man never stops saying things against this holy place and the law.
That's all he's night and day. All he talks about is how much he
Even
fucking
when
hates
he's snoring,
God.
he'll be like,
Yeah.
I hate Moses. Fuck
Moses
God.
He's just saying Yahweh in his sleep. He's just a mess.
We have heard him say that Jesus of Nazareth will destroy this place and will change the customs that Moses handed to us.
Yeah.
However, the members of the council could see that Stephen had the face of an angel.
This young man.
This beautiful young
This
actor
beautiful
guy.
boy. Shut your fucking mouth, this beautiful man. I'll
He
fucking
could not
kill
have
you.
such a pretty face if he'd ever had such ugly thoughts, surely.
Such a promising young man with a great future ahead of him. Certainly we could never convict him of anything.
Oh, nice. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. This is basically how Ted Bundy almost got away with it. They're like, this handsome fellow?
Yeah, the Brock Turner defense, was that his name?
Oh, yeah. That too. Yeah.
He's so good at swimming. Anyway, I'm not sure we needed to go quite that sinister,
Yeah.
but never mind.
He's such a good waiter, and he's such a little angel face. He was just sitting there with big puppy dog eyes.
Let's not ruin his life by
was,
sending
yeah.
him to
This guy-
jail.
look, here's the thing. He is not going to last a day in jail with that beautiful face.
Oh my
all right?
gosh.
Let's just face facts. He's not tough enough to go in jail. Look at those hands. They've never done a day's work. I mean, he was a waiter.
Apart from all the waiting,
you know,
yeah.
the waiting tables and stuff. Yeah, but,
So maybe he wasn't like an actor then, maybe he was more like a model. I think the implication is that he looked really holy rather than just really
right.
fit.
No, I get that.
When the high priest asked Stephen if the accusations were true, Stephen replied by telling the story of the history of the Jewish people. A classic procrastinating answer.
Well, let me take you back about 1,000 years to a gentleman by the name of Abraham.
Yep.
And I think that can't really figure this out here. Like 3 days later,
Yeah.
everybody's like, you know what, just go.
It's like filibustering.
Exactly, yeah.
From Abraham to Moses and the Ten Commandments to the exile in Babylon, attempting to disprove the false accusation. I think the idea is like, he's like, see, look how well I know my being Jewish.
Well, this man who knows so much about religion could never be blasphemous.
Yeah.
which will be our defense one day.
I hope that like our country backsliding into fascism never reaches the point where blasphemy is a crime, but who knows?
But someday when we're hauled in front of the Inquisition, I'll be like, well, I told you.
It'll all have
Yeah.
been worth it. Stephen argued that even when Moses led his people out of Egypt, the Israelites began worshipping other gods. Having been accused of claiming that Jesus would destroy the temple, Stephen said that God did not dwell in houses made by human hands, but in heaven. Some theologians have argued that this speech was an anti-Jewish polemic, reflecting the attitude of the author of the Book of Acts.
Wait, how is it a polemic? Well, I mean, it is shitty to be like, well, what about that time you guys worship golden calves? What about that time?
I think that's the implication.
Kind of shitty whataboutism, because that was a long
Yeah.
time ago. And
That was 2,000 years ago. Shut up.
yeah, whatever. Fuck you, man.
He then began to criticize the council itself. Great defense. Really good strategy, that one.
I'm not out of order. You're out of order. This whole court's out of order.
I think we're about to add a new insult to your book of insults.
Oh,
He said,
boy.
"You stiff-necked people, uncircumcised in your heart and ears."
Oh.
I thought you'd
Won't you
like that
please just circumcise your heart, sir? Please. Just a little tip off the tip, and you'll see the tip
Just
of your
one
heart.
tiny ventricle.
It's
See, it's a pretty
weird.
good insult, isn't it?
I guess? I don't know.
Your heart has a foreskin, loser.
Your heart looks really weird when it's flaccid.
Oh, gosh.
Got a fucking anteater heart over here. Yikes.
Oh, dear.
Such an odd insult. I like stiff-necked. Stiff-necked's fun.
Yeah.
Like, they're just
Is it a bit
can't-
like wind your neck in? as a phrase?
you can't look around. You gotta look around, man. See what's going on out there.
Maybe it's like because owls are wise, so if your neck doesn't have much mobility in it, you're like the opposite of a wise owl.
Oh, yeah, you're like, what's the opposite of an owl? A guy who
Yeah,
couldn't move his
stiff-necked.
neck.
Stiff-necked, uncircumcised heart.
You stiff-necked, featherless, non-pellet barfing mammal.
Good opposite knowledge.
That's right. I'm telling you the opposite of now. And that's the harshest thing I can think of.
Fair. He explained that he thought they were uncircumcised in their hearts and ears. For you are ever opposing the Holy Spirit, just as your ancestors used to do. Which, again, sounds pretty eugenicist.
Don't they all have the same ancestors?
Yeah. So that's confusing. Because I don't think he was a convert, because it would have mentioned if he'd been like a Roman who'd converted.
Yeah.
So he must have been Jewish himself.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about the author of the gospel and of this book. So yeah, I don't know how much is known about him.
It's like when they were writing it in retrospect.
Yeah.
Now everybody's a Christian and the Jews are very othered in
Yeah.
everything. So you write for that audience where it's like everybody is a Christian and you're trying to other Jews for
I guess
various anti-Semitic reasons or whatever.
Yeah, maybe? I don't know.
Potentially.
Because I know that, like, for example, like, I did a lot of studying on the Gospel of Mark, and it was thought that he was appealing to Jewish Christians, i.e., like, people were still keeping most of the Jewish customs,
Right.
but did see Jesus as the Messiah. So it was like, there were, different levels. Maybe Luke's author community was more Gentile-based.
Right.
Yeah.
It may be more aggressive, maybe more militant against...
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anywho.
See when that was written.
So yeah, it's a bit weird. It doesn't really make sense that he would cuss their ancestors,
Yeah.
given that they were probably related.
We're like second cousins, dude. You do
It's
know
like
that, right?
it's like when when I fight with my sisters and they say like your mum. It's like that doesn't work.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But wait, but we have the same.
Which of the prophets did your ancestors not persecute? They killed those who foretold the coming of the righteous one, and now you have become his betrayers and murderers. You are the ones that received the law as ordained by angels, and yet you have not kept it.
He's not wrong. Lots of persecuting of prophets in the past,
Yeah. Yeah. He's got his book facts.
He's kind of got us there. We should probably let him go. Starting to make us feel pretty bad.
Yeah, it's weird you say that because that's exactly what happened.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Let him go, had a long and happy life. No, in fact, the council were angered and they ground their teeth at Stephen.
Oh, if I could unclench my jaw, I'd give you a piece of my mind.
But he looked up to heaven and saw God with Jesus at his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
When he told the council that he could see God, they covered their ears, shouted, and rushed towards him.
So they're screaming with their hands over their ears and just running at this guy. What,
Yeah,
like just swinging their
it
elbows
sounds
at
like
him?
he should have been able to get away, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does seem like... I'm also closing my eyes.
Oh yeah, no, they had their ears covered, not their eyes, so they would have been
Yeah, I
able
know,
to
but
run.
it's like, it would have been funny if they were just like
Yeah.
eyes and ears covered, just screaming around
Just
the courtroom
going around in circles, yeah.
or the council chamber, and just like Stephen's like, I'm gonna throw myself out. You guys.
You guys have fun.
Eesh.
No, in fact, they dragged him from the city to be stoned to death. So, he
sad.
didn't get jail, as you
Yeah,
predicted.
well, at least he didn't go to jail.
Yeah.
It's,
With that pretty face of his.
yeah, we're gonna mess up that pretty face.
Well,
what they say.
stones would kind of do that, wouldn't they?
Not so pretty now, are you, boy?
Yeah. While he died, Stephen knelt down and cried out, Lord, do not hold this sin against them, which is pretty saintly.
That's awfully nice of him.
Yeah, to intercede on the part of people who are persecuting him to death.
I'm the bigger man here, just so we're all clear.
Even though I'm kneeling down.
Yeah.
One participant in this stoning to death was someone known as Saul of Tarsus. Do you know, does that ring a bell?
Yes, but I can't place it.
It was fun earlier when you were saying about the cinematic universe, because later Saul became Saint Paul.
What? Wait.
So, Paul had like a conversion on the road to Damascus.
Right.
And then became like the most like vocal of the Christians.
Right.
With his letters and stuff. But yeah, so he was known as a persecutor of Christians before he converted. And one of the people he persecuted to death was Stephen.
Oh.
So yeah, it all
seems
it's
like
all
that's hard to come
connected.
back from, but all right.
Yeah, apparently you just have a vision and everything's forgiven.
If you can live with yourself, I guess.
Indeed. So that was his fairly short life as told in Acts.
Wait, when he was being stoned, do you think one person was like, waiter, I'll have this order on the rocks, and then threw rocks?
Very good.
All right, I've been sitting on that for a little bit. I didn't know. I didn't have a good place to fit it in, so I just could have shoehorned it in there.
He was stoned to death then, so that you could make that pun.
No, I just thought of it when you told me something. But anyway, so
My soup is stone cold. Not quite as
Hey.
good. Sorry, you sounded like you were about to say something.
They said, here's a tip for you, and they stabbed him with a very sharp rock.
Here's a tip for you. Duck.
Yeah. Okay, so so he gets stoned to death.
Yes. And then in the aftermath of his death, the remaining disciples, except for the apostles, fled to distant lands.
Oh, they were like, the heat is on us now.
Yeah.
We were saying the same shit he was. Oh, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Book it, guys.
Which, I mean, yeah, it's not off to a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Or
so
it's off to a great start, depending on what you want to...
We've pissed off all the right people.
Again, I was listening to a different podcast, because this is all I do all day, about the Book of Revelations.
Oh, okay.
And it was saying that, like, early Christians, they basically were trying really hard to get martyred, to the point where, like, the early church had to be like...
Please
had
stop
to, like,
trying to
had
get
to like
martyrs.
make a rule, be like, you can't like go start a fight with the intention of being martyred. Like, you can't go out and be martyred. You can't ask for it, or if it happens, it happens. But don't go out and get yourself fucking killed on purpose. Then you're not a martyr anymore. So.
Yeah, that
So
checks
if you're
out.
so in that sense, if like the early Christians were like, oh, this martyrdom seems pretty
pretty glamorous.
rock solid. No pun intended. Sorry, Stephen. It's a little too soon, Stephen. Sorry about that.
Very good. So then those who were left buried Stephen and mourned deeply for him.
Not just regular mourning, deep
mourning. Like 4 a.m.
Yeah, think about it.
The exact site, location where this happened is not mentioned in the book, but
Let's speculate.
yeah, there are 2 different schools of thought on where it might have been.
Mm-hmm.
Some people claim it was at the northern gate of Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
while other
Others
parties
say Terre Haute, Indiana, and those people are way off base. But like some people say it, but it's dumb. They're really dumb.
Yes, they're not people that we credit, so we ignore those. No, it's the other party say it was at the eastern gate. So one of those, I think the northern gate was known as the Damascus Gate. The eastern gate is now known as St. Stephen's Gate.
Oh.
So we'll say it was that one.
It's like it may not be the Eastern Gate, but we already had a name for the Northern Gate, so let's just call it St. Stephen's Gate.
No, yeah, originally the Northern Gate was called St. Stephen's Gate. So I think whether it's called St. Stephen's Gate or not sort of depends on where you think it took place, maybe.
Oh, okay. So if you think it was taken at the Northern Gate, then you call the Northern Gate St. Stephen's Gate. But if you don't, okay. You think it's...
Maybe?
Okay. That is very confusing, because you have to, like, if you're in Jerusalem and you're asking for directions, and you're like, we have to take St. Stephen's Gate, it's like, hold on a second, what school of theological belief do you follow regarding the martyrdom of St. Stephen?
Indeed.
Do they know where he's buried?
They do not. But in 415, a priest called Lucian claimed that the location of Stephen's remains had been revealed to him in a dream to be at Beit Jemal, which is
just outside Terre Haute, Indiana. These people are relentless.
It is near Jerusalem by the looks of the map.
So he's just like, I had a weird dream about some bones.
Led me to some bones. Yeah.
So did he go and dig these bones up then?
Yes, he took the relics in a procession to the church of Hagios on the 26th of December that year.
What?
So I guess because we don't know exactly when he died. So
I'm on my Christmas holiday. I guess I'll just go dig up some bones. Got the day off.
What else are you going to do with all that free time? They didn't have TV.
Right? Yeah, hadn't invented Boxing Day yet.
Yeah. You're so excited to hear about this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Good. In 439, they were taken to a church built in honor of St. Stephen north of the Damascus Gate.
What?
Which is sometimes known as St. Stephen's Gate.
It's known as St. Stephen's Gate. This is news to me.
But this church was destroyed in the 12th century. The relics were later said to be translated to Rome by Pope Pelagius II, alongside relics of St. Lawrence, whose tomb is inside that church. According to an account called The Golden Legend, Lawrence's relics miraculously moved to one side of the room to make room for Stephen. Just very considerate bones.
Just give him a wide berth. What? You're putting Stephen in here with me? Oh, fuck that. I'm going on this side over here. I fucking hated that guy when I was alive.
Yeah, I don't know when Lawrence was around, to be fair.
Yeah, like, what's Lawrence's deal? We'll find out about that someday.
He really hates waiters, and so...
He's a real classist dick. He's like, I'm not going to share a room with a waiter.
The imperial regalia of the Holy Roman Empire includes a relic called St. Stephen's Purse, an ornately decorated box believed to contain soil soaked with Stephen's blood.
Wait, everybody had that in the army?
No, I think it's like, like when the king opens parliament and has like the scepter and the crown and stuff. It's probably like that. It's probably.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like everybody in the army had a little box full of dirt that supposedly had Stephen's blood on it, but it's just like they had one box.
Yeah,
it's a symbol for the. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, I was confused.
It's believed this box included some blood-soaked soil. Maybe that's where Boxing Day originally came from.
Wait, you don't know? It sounded like you had this whole Boxing Day thing unlocked.
Sure I do. No, I'm just trying to join the dots.
Fine.
I mean, I was just trying to add a bit more intrigue and mystique to why it might be called Boxing Day.
Okay, all right.
To bring you a bit of gory Christmas magic, okay?
Thanks.
You don't appreciate everything I do for you.
All right, what's next?
Part of Stephen's right arm is enshrined at Trinity Lavra of St. Sergius in Russia.
The Russians love stealing relics.
So, yeah, that's all about his bones. But apparently there have been lots of miracles ascribed to St. Stephen as well. So, again, in the Golden Legend, there are several miracles listed. And according to Augustine, 6 people were raised from the dead thanks to Stephen's intercession.
Oh, that's nice.
And flowers laid on his altar were believed to have power to cure the sick.
Ah. Wait, how long do you have to leave the flowers on the altar? Do you think? Because it says they leave them on the altar and then they have the powers to heal the sick. So do you like leave them on the altar for a day and then you come back and get them and now they're magic flowers?
Or maybe it's like a year.
Yeah, then you like grind them down into a dust. They're all dried out and then you make a tea out of that and then you drink it.
According to one story in the Golden Legend, a noblewoman in Caesarea of Cappadocia was widowed with 10 children. She became so angry.
Well, that explains it. Oh, wait, no, she was widowed.
Yeah, she didn't.
Oh, I thought you meant she died. I was like, she died. Yeah, she had 10 kids. She died.
Obviously.
No, her husband died? That guy's a fucking coward. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, absent father. So she became so angry with her sons and daughters that she cursed them. Divine vengeance struck down the children with a horrible sickness on all their members, which I think means limbs here, before we get any creepy ideas.
Their uncircumcised hearts. What? Wait. She's angry at her kids, and God's like, you know what? I agree.
Fuck
Sickness.
these kids. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I've been watching too. Your kids fucking suck. All right?
Yeah.
You are 100% in the right here, lady. I've seen every kid. And these 10, the fucking worst.
Parents trying their best. This is the point. If you have 10 kids, you can't expect them to behave. There's just too many. They're not going to get enough attention.
Yeah.
Not their fault.
Sounds very personal where you're going right.
Yes.
I would say as many as 7. I would say, 7 or more.
TBH, I think you'd have to have a lot of money to properly parent more than 2.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Anyway, they had to leave their own country because of their shame and wandered the land. 2 of them, a brother and sister called Paul and Palladia, came to Hippo and told the bishop what had happened. They spent 15 days in the church of St. Stephen and prayed for their health. Then on Easter Day, they were miraculously healed.
Hooray!
So this is the weird thing with miracles, is that God can do the cursing and then lifting the curse. And that's all divine justice.
This is like, I hate in a movie where like the hero gets rewarded at the end for solving a problem that was entirely their
his fault.
Yeah. To begin with. Like I always hate that in a movie where it's just like I solved the problem and then and nobody's ever like, motherfucker, you caused the problem. And it's like, what? Like, oh, they learned their lesson not to be shitty.
Yeah, not to be one of 10.
Yeah.
And only 2 of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was all of them actually. Like they prayed and then all of the
all of them were better. Well, yeah. Okay.
That's pretty miraculous.
Because if you cure 2 and then the other 8, like
you just get really jealous. Yeah.
You get home and you're like, oh, we're all cured. Oh, just us 2? Shit. You guys are in for a trip.
Yeah. So that's miracles.
Okay.
The miracle of punishing children and then slightly making up for it.
Who in total fairness, totally had it coming. We all agree. Those were shitty kids.
Yeah, they made a decision to be born when there were already so many of them. The pricks. Yeah. I know you're really excited to hear about how the Feast of Stephen is celebrated.
Yes.
You've been itching for me to tell you. So, in the UK and in some Commonwealth countries, the 26th of December is called Boxing Day because traditionally it was the day when small gifts were given to household servants as a thank you for their work throughout the year.
Yes.
I mean, I really think we should be championing the theory that it came from the fact that Stephen's blood soil was in a box called his purse.
I think that if it was the case, you got away from that. Yeah, I got you a traditional St. Stephen's gift. It's a box of bloody dirt. Thank you. No receipt with this? Oh, no, I would never.
That's so awkward because that's exactly what I got you. I'm going to have to take it back now.
So it is funny that it's just like a box. It's just, yeah, because it comes in a box. What's in it? Doesn't matter. It's just a box. Be happy to have the box, peasant.
Although if the peasant was a cat, they'd love it, right?
Or baby. Babies
Yeah.
love boxes. You know?
There you go. Imagine how much happier we'd be on Christmas if we all just had boxes to open. So then you had to make your own fun.
Yeah, that's like the true spirit of Christmas. You know, you open up the box and what's in there? More Christmas spirit. Oh, what? That's just beautiful.
One year I got a bike for Christmas, but my mum hadn't actually bought it yet, or it was like hadn't been delivered. But what she did was she bought like a doll's house bike and put that in a huge empty box. And so I unwrapped this enormous box and there was a tiny bike in there. But
and everybody pointed and laughed.
But then I spent the day lying in the box, drinking, and calling one of my sisters the C word.
How old were you?
15?
Oh, what?
15 is a perfectly acceptable age to be drunk at Christmas.
To get day drunk, to be belligerent to your sister, who was
Yes.
younger than you.
I was getting day drunk and being belligerent at home.
Whatever.
She was definitely a C word when she was 11, to be fair.
Well, she was 11. So she's old enough to understand what it is, but not mature enough to take the emotional pain of having her older sister yell obscenities at her. Nice.
Look, I would like to think I've grown a lot as a person since then.
I would hope so. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, the Boxing Day.
boxes.
So English landlords would give a tiny box as a token of esteem.
Yeah, and then they'd probably add the cost to the rent the next month, because that's
Right.
what landlords are like.
Oh, look at that. I got you a new scrubbing sponge. You're welcome. I see you using a scrubbing sponge all the time. It seems like your favorite thing, so I got you a new one for Boxing Day.
Thanks a lot.
By the way, I had too much mulled one last night, and I threw up in the bathroom, so hey, can break in that new sponge. Huh? Good for you.
I would have preferred bloody soil.
Yeah, this is a holdover from Saturnalia.
Yeah.
If you subscribe to our Patreon and listen to our Saturn episode where we talk about the celebration of Saturnalia.
It is the pagan festival which Christmas has kind of co-opted.
Exactly. There was a day of the 7 days where you would make a meal for your slaves at the time, as opposed to just your wage slaves.
Right.
Your slaves. So that's Boxing Day then.
Yes. There's an ancient Welsh custom that was discontinued in the 19th century that included bleeding livestock and beating the arms and legs of young women until
What?
they bled for good luck.
For good luck? Good luck for who?
The village! Let's just beat up a woman!
Jesus Christ. None of that sounds in the Welsh are fucked up. What?
Wow.
Get your shit together, the Welsh. I mean, like, yeah, I can see why they discontinued that. They're like...
When it's
Wait.
too misogynistic even for the Victorians.
Yeah. They're like, hey, do you think we should get rid of that misogynistic animal cruelty holiday that we have? Yeah, probably. That's the first time somebody visited Wales, it's like, hey, so day after Christmas, you want to go out and bleed some sheep and then whip some ladies? And it's like, no. Wait, what? You should not do that. You're the only ones who do that. You know that outside of this country, no one's doing that. They're like, oh, we didn't know. Oh, we thought everybody was
We
doing
thought
it.
everyone was doing it.
Oh, hey guys, it turns out nobody else is beating up ladies. Ladies are like, no shit.
I wonder how bad their luck was that was the thing that they tried.
That's a good point too. It's just like, look, we've tried everything. I don't know. Want to go slap around some girls? Yeah, I guess so. Shit, why not? I don't know. Couldn't hurt at this point.
Apart from the girls, who definitely hurt them.
The girls, yeah, understand, but I mean, it's not like they're people, right?
There's more. There's more.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it would be the last person to get out of bed who would be beaten. And they'd have to carry out commands from the rest of the family for the whole day.
I don't like any of this. This is bad. So you get beaten and you get to be
and then you have to
everybody's slave
do
for the day.
work. And it's like, what? But how am I meant to do that if I'm all bruised?
It's like, I'm just staying up all night
Smart.
to not risk it, you know?
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe the threat kept people in church or something. Who knows? Right, so that is his life, his miracles, his relics, and traditions. So based on all of that, can you guess what his patronages are?
Is he the patron saint of, like, first people to do a thing? Like,
proto martyrs.
I don't know. Whatever, if you're the first
The
person to
patron
do
saint
something.
of the Guinness Book of Records.
Sure, yeah. Like record breakers, you know? Or like,
Not in my list.
is he the patron saint of waiters and other assorted servers?
No, I'm sure there must be a patron saint of waiters though.
Probably.
But that will be for another episode.
We'll just have to wait on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yay.
Well, he's the patron saint of fighting a synagogue. Like, you gotta fight a whole synagogue.
Surely that would have been Jesus when he turned over the tables and stuff.
That's true. Yeah. Is he the patron saint of whataboutism?
Well, he is the patron saint of Owensboro, Kentucky. Are they particularly whataboutist there?
Never bad.
Oh, I would have thought you would have, sort of.
Maybe. I've been to Kentucky a few times, but
You don't even eat chicken, so what's the point?
Is he the patron saint of people who are circumcised?
In their hearts and
in their
ears?
hearts, yeah. They've got circumcised hearts.
I'm not sure the Catholic Church has a patron saint of Jews.
Okay.
I think that would just be too confusing for them.
Is he the patron saint of just like crappy kids? Especially large numbers of them? Just like having a bunch of crappy kids. Oh no, wait, there was a patron saint of disappointing children, Saint Matilda, I think.
Yeah, maybe he should have been instead. No, but it's again not on the list.
How about, is he the patron saint of slapped around Welsh ladies?
Okay, I don't have to consult my list to tell you no.
No? I mean,
but I will, just to double check. No.
They, of anybody on the list, they definitely need somebody to be like
to intercede for them.
Saint Stephen, please, somebody, anybody.
Well, no, but surely on his day they'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go again.
Fucking Stephen.
Yeah.
I need that Saint Lawrence to come in here. He was the guy.
Move us far away from here.
What are his patronages?
Rather ironically, he is a patron
Isn't it always the way?
Yeah.
Is he the patron saint of stones?
Stonemasons.
Stonemasons, yeah, okay.
See, you got to think very literally and cruelly when you're trying to think of
right.
If you're trying to get the right answers, just be as mean as possible.
Again, this is like if God's assigning like patronages, they're just like, okay, so we have stonemasons. Who wants to look out for them? Stephen, you like stones. It's like, what?
I got stoned to death, you asshole.
But you used to be surrounded by stones. I remember when I think about Stephen, it was like, oh, it was that time you just used to love stones. You were just so many stones around you. It's like, yeah, I was being murdered by stones. Fucking hell, man! Like, take an interest. Well, it's too late. I already wrote it down. So that's your
stonemasons. It is, yeah. As well as stonemasons, similarly, quarrymen and bricklayers. Mm-hmm. Maybe he had bricks thrown at his head as well.
They throw a couple bricks. Why don't you fucking pussies?
Yeah, I mean, stones sometimes bounce.
Real original stones. Ooh, ooh, is that a piece of quartz? See, this guy is thinking.
I have to acknowledge an artist when I see one. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure what the connection is here, but he is a patron of coffin makers and casket makers. Well, Stephen, you died. You can have one of the death ones.
You definitely love coffins, because you spent a lot of time in that coffin until like the 4th century when that guy dug you up. So I was like, dude, I was dead. That was not like shit, man. You don't know me at all.
Horses. No idea why.
Nope, not getting that.
Nothing about this tale says horse. I mean, he wasn't even made into glue, so it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, horses famously uncircumcised?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
This one's also ironic. Against headaches.
Look, I remember you had that really bad headache, and then I feel like you would want to help people not have headaches. It's like, because you were throwing
the stoning to death, you prick.
Stones, god damn it.
But you could interpret it another way and say he's against headaches because he's the day after Christmas when everyone's been drinking.
That's fair.
So maybe that's an appropriate one.
Holiday hangovers.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, headaches, bricklayers, coffin makers. Oh, deacons. That's quite an important one because I guess he was the first deacon.
He was a deacon. Yeah.
Yeah. He was known.
That I'll allow it.
One of the 7. That one's allowed. Yeah.
That one checks out. Yeah. Okay.
And then he's also the patron saint of lots of places in Italy, like maybe 100. A few places in Germany, France, and Portugal.
Anywhere notable?
I mean, I've never heard of any of these places.
Okay, fine. Well, I mean, it's just like that place in Kentucky. It's just like a lot of small towns.
Yeah.
He's a real small town saint.
I think if I try to pronounce any of these, we will alienate our Italian listeners once again. So,
yeah, well, too late.
Yeah, not anywhere particularly famous.
Was it just the one place in America?
Yeah, by the looks of it. Just Owensboro, Kentucky.
Oh, good for Owensboro.
Not Stevensboro, which would make sense.
Yeah, why not Stevensboro?
He's also the patron saint of the Guild of St. Stephen, surprisingly.
What do they do?
Good question. Let's see.
Is it like Shoemaker's Guild? Like, they're all professionally St. Stevens? They're like professional St. Stephen intimidators? Or...
Yeah, it's interpreters. Yeah, what did you say?
Imitators.
Imitators, that's the one. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
Tribute act.
Yeah.
The objectives of the Guild of St. Stephen is to encourage positively and practically the highest standards of serving at the church's liturgy and so contribute to the whole community's participation in a more fruitful worship of God.
You know, on paper that sounds kind of nice, but I bet they like have a bunch of sex scandals.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all his patronages. And that's it. That's the origin story of St. Stephen's Day.
Which is really only known because it's in that one
Hymn, yes.
hymn. And like
about kind of Father Christmas.
Yeah, I'm like, that answers one of like a million questions I have about this song. Because like, who's King Wenceslas?
Wenceslas.
Wenceslas. How's it go? Good King Wenceslas?
Last looked out on the feast of Stephen. When
even though his knees were all
deep
caught
and
up
crisp
and
and even.
bleeding.
That's such a beautiful harmony.
This is, I don't know, whatever. You British and your...
I don't think we could have done a Christmas episode without a bit of singing. Come on.
Possibly.
We've delivered on what the people want.
Anna, do you think you'd ever have St. Stephen intercede for you?
I mean, I have lived longer than him, so
Right.
I feel like for purposes of self-preservation, he wouldn't be that helpful.
Right. But
I
don't you
also
hate it
think
when
he
people younger than you
didn't-
like give you advice? You're like, fuck you. You
Yeah.
don't know shit.
Yeah, but also he was not very good at winning an argument. Like, I like to win arguments, and I feel like he has not set a very good example.
It's tough to win an argument against a whole synagogue.
That's true, but he
And
he took
also
them
a whole
on.
council, especially when they just cover their ears and come charging at you. Just all knees and elbows, just like fucking going at it.
True. But yeah, I guess he didn't really seem to do that much that was constructive other than signs and miracles and being the first person to die after Jesus for his faith.
Yeah.
So yeah, not that impressed, I'm saying.
Wow.
And, you know, love Boxing Day, love that it's a bank holiday. We're actually celebrating, in my family, we're celebrating Christmas Day on Boxing Day because my mum is working on Christmas Day because she's a midwife.
So
But yeah, Boxing Day, I love Boxing Day, but I'd say that, like, you know, I'd say we're more indebted to Saturn than Stephen
right.
for this joyous day that we have.
That's true. I find it weird that in America you get Christmas Eve off as a holiday
Ah.
and Christmas Day, and then in the UK you get Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Which I find...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like, realistically, a lot of people don't work on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I suppose it's
But
true.
shops are open on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I don't know which is better. Like, I can see the argument for either. You should probably just get all 3 days. It should be a
How
3-day
about
thing.
universal basic income and people only have to work when they want?
That's
There
a
we go,
dream.
problem solved.
Yeah, I think if I ever had to work in a service position again, it'd be good to get Steven's help with that.
He was a very good waiter, it's
Seemed to
true.
be very good at the one thing, which is
Yeah.
being a waiter. I think that, you know, if I need some sick burns, he seems to, you know,
Stiff-necked, yeah.
stick-nipped on circumcised hearts. I never would have, like, thought of those as...
Yeah, that's fair. And
as
you
insults.
are always trying to think of new insults
I
just
am.
for the purposes of introducing me on here. So
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought about
I've,
that.
I've made a
You ever
rod
think of
for
you
my
so
own
little?
back there
Yeah, so this is a good point. I should really check in with St. Stephen at the beginning of every episode.
for inspiration.
Yeah, for inspiration. If I ever accidentally get my kids cursed by God.
I don't think it was an accident. I think she
Well-
wanted to curse her kids.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, you know, I think it's just one of those things when you're a parent and you get really mad at your kids,
Oh, I see.
you know, and you say
swear at
things-
them and then you realise what you've done.
Yeah, and then you just feel bad. It's like, oh, now my kids have leprosy or whatever. And now, you know,
It happens to the best of us, Matthew. We're not judging.
you know, just have a difficult day, and sometimes kids can be very full on.
And you just curse them. Just happens.
Yeah, you accidentally curse them to, you know, a horrible debilitating disease, and then eventually God's got to intercede again to undo the thing that he did, you know. So just if Stephen was there, with just like a hand on his shoulder, like, hey, why don't you count to 10, buddy? And, you know,
Fair enough. You've made him relatable. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, Anna, thank you for this Christmas tale.
It's a lovely Christmas tale, isn't it?
A true servant of God, or a server of God.
True serving staff of God.
Yeah, who did all kinds of wonders, but ended up at the bottom of a rock pile. But thank you so much, Anna, for bringing me this tale.
You are welcome. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Yes, you too. Bye.
Bye.